So today we're doing a epic review of this backpack right here, the Minimul M38 travel backpack. We're gonna talk about the pros, the cons, we're gonna pack it out, and if it's not the bag for you, you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of this video, where we'll bring it back to the bag rack and I'll give you some alternative recommendations that might better suit your needs. But first, the review. Let's talk about the gist of the Minimul M38 travel backpack. And this is really exciting for me because Minimul is a new bag brand on the scene. And I love it when new bag brands come on the scene. And full disclaimer, Minimul bags are developed by BagMe. And BagMe also does the development for my backpack brand, Firo. So over the years, I've crossed paths with and gotten to know really well the founder of Minimul, Sung. He's a super cool dude. We've gotten sushi, gotten drinks, we're texting all the time. He's become a good friend of mine. But this video is not paid for, and you'll see throughout the review that I am extremely fair with the pros and the cons of the bag. Because at the end of the day, integrity is the #1 most important thing for the Nomads Nation review channel. So the M38 was designed with the intention to be the ultimate backpack for working and traveling on the go. Some of its top features being a super clean and sleek aesthetic, a quick access and beefy top pocket, one external water bottle holder, suitcase, clamshell, style opening, a digital Nomad portable workstation with an absolutely insane amount of organization, a super nifty magnetic top handle, and a super comfy harness system, but a design that I think is gonna be a little on the polarizing side. The bag currently comes in one color option, black. It's got 38 liters capacity, which for me, I could travel like endlessly across the world on a bag this size, or it could be a good size for you if you're a bit of an overpacker for just like a weekend or a week trip. The dimensions are about 20 inches tall, 14 inches wide, and about 6.5 inches depth. As for the weight of the Minimul M38, on our scale, the bag comes in weighing just under 3.6 pounds. This is the M38 when it's empty, and this is the M38 when it's fully packed out and worn on me. For reference, I'm 5'8". And we're gonna pack out the bag throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. The bag comes with a lifetime warranty against manufacturing defects for the original owner. And if at any point in this review you're thinking to yourself, holy freaking moly, that's a travel pack of my dreams, totally getting one. And you're gonna make a purchase, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about the front of the Minimul M38 travel pack. First thing I'd like to talk about with the front is the aesthetic, which I think this bag is just clean as. Couple reasons for that. One, there's not a lot of zippers going on. Just this clean panel, just a zipper up here, which in my opinion gives it a very sleek and professional look. And that sleek and professional look is also aided by the primary fabric, which is 840D Cordura ballistic nylon with a polycarbonate finish. Cordura makes the best threads in the game. They're like the Miami Heat of fabrics, which means that they make the best freaking fabrics. And the polycarbonate finish will help provide additional weather resistance. It's not gonna be as weather resistant as, let's say, an X-Pack bag, but you'll still be protected from the elements and looking clean as the entire time. And also helping with that clean look is the subtle branding. See right there when the light hits it the perfect way, you can see Minimul, but otherwise it's pretty low key, which I personally very much so appreciate. And last note on the front is this top pocket right here, which is chunkalicious. Yeah, I'm chunky. And you'll notice also the lining is a saffron yellow color, which I suspect will be a little bit polarizing. Personally, I like it, and I like the functionality of it because it helps to create a highlight effects in the bag, which makes it easier to find what you put where. And while this pocket might look like small, it's not. It goes all the way down here. Inside the pocket, we have a sleeve, a key leash with a metal buckle, 1, 2 elastic pockets, and that's it. Let's pack it out. So we're gonna test this out with a few bits of gear, and for me, this is gear that I would want quicker access to when I'm traveling. First up for this sleeve right here, perfect spot for your over-the-head headphones. I don't go anywhere without my over-the-head headphones, and I just love the integration of this pocket. It works perfectly for those. These are the Sony 5s, XMH5, whatever. It's a long name, but it ends with a 5. But if you don't carry over-the-head headphones, it could be a good spot for a notebook. You can clip a pen right there. Hell, I'm gonna put both my headphones and the notebook in there. That's what I'm talking about. Then we're gonna put a portable battery in case my phone dies, want quick access to it, and a small notebook as well. Same size as a passport, so it could be a good spot to put your passport. But talking about the capacity of this compartment, you can throw larger things in there. I got the Evergoods Cap 0.5, so I'm gonna throw that at the bottom. Or for me, I always like access to a hoodie in case I get cold. And you could also put that in there, no problemo. And at this point, stuffing a sweater in this pocket, you might get like that beer belly effect, which this bag is not having, which I think is a testament to, honestly, Sung's great work, but also like the BagMe team. They're so freaking good at this. Shout out to Luke and the BagMe team. But one thing to note is that this is not a PU coated zipper. In fact, the only PU coated zipper is on the laptop compartment. Some people want PU coated zippers on every compartment of their travel bag, but there's a pro and a con with that. With the pro, you get additional weather resistance. that PU coating is like a freaking wall, and it's like, you should not pass, Rain. But on the cons, it makes it stickier and a little bit harder to open. And PU coated zippers do have a tendency to peel over 2 to 3 years time. Pro and a con. All right, that's it. Let's talk about the middle of the Minimal M38 travel pack. Starting with 1, 2, 3, 4 of these little clips. They are on each side of the bag. And these are for add-on compression straps, which are not being sold currently, I don't think. But if you want the compression straps later, keep an eye out for that. Now let's talk about water bottle holders, because this one's one of the best that I've ever seen. Ever. It's like in the carry community, everyone holds Evergoods to like the best water bottle holder in the game. And this is like really similar design. Basically, you have like this elasticy material, but it feels very durable. You can see my 24-ounce Columbia fits perfectly. And can it fit a 1 liter Nalgene? Oh, kind of can. Yeah. You will notice the larger the water bottle, the more that it will start to eat into the main compartment. That's pretty common for all water bottle holders. Overall, the materials, cleanliness, and overall ease of use just makes this a world-class water bottle holder for a travel backpack. Moving on to the other side, we have a side handle. We've got a little bit of exposed lining on either side just to give the bag a little pop, which I like. The handle gives you plenty of space to grab, a little bit of padding, soften the blow. If you got a heavy load, it's a good handle. Now, before we get to the main compartment too, one thing to note about this bag is for a travel pack, it actually self-stands fairly well. As you can see, the bottom is a little bit flatter. So as long as things are loaded at the bottom of the pack, like right now I got a packing cube in there, it won't stand 100% of the time, but it will stand fairly well most of the time. Oh, and I almost forgot, one last sneaky addition to this top pocket is right here. They put a low-key AirTag GPS slot. It's so well hidden, you'll forget that it's even there. Main compartment. Now the orientation's a little strange to me. Most backpacks will like open this way, but the Minimal M38 is opening this way? Am I right about that? You see, I got the Bellroy Lite travel pack here and it opens like a book. Most of these packs have a tendency to open like a book, but Sung's opens like a what tab? A manga. That's a book. So we have our manga opening, and then inside, this is what we're dealing with. In the large cave of the main compartment, we have 2 side mesh pockets, a compression strap that also has its own little storage area, and a zipper pocket right here. Now, one thing to note about this lining, in the sample that I have, it's a 75D, but Minimal is upgrading it to a 75D times 125D, right? 150, I was close. 175D times 150D, which will give it a little bit more of a rip-stoppy texture and should increase overall durability. But it's going to be the same color, the saffron yellow. I think it's definitely interesting. It's unique, it's functional. I don't know, colors are just weird. Everybody's just gonna have a different emotional reaction to a different color. I wanna know your emotional reaction, let me know. Okay, let's just load it out. Now it should be noted that Minimal has a bunch of different accessories that you can buy, including packing cubes that fit the dimensions of the bag. And the toiletry pouch is supposed to go right here, but I don't have it, so if you don't wanna buy into Minimal's ecosystem, I'll show you how it works with other things. So for me, I like to bring a speaker on my travels. It's a perfect spot for that. And I'm gonna throw also my Evergoods Cap 0.5 in there. Should be a perfect fit, hell yeah. Now flipping over the other side, these side pockets, I'll be honest, I am just too lazy. I never use them. Could be a good spot for your socks, underwear, small things you wanna keep organized. You know what, screw it. I'm gonna put my tripod. Fine, I'll do it. My tripod fit. Ooh. So those aren't really interesting to me because I don't really use them myself, but what is more interesting to me is this compression strap idea. Because I see a lot of travel bags that have compression straps, right? In essence, these allow you to put items, most likely a packing cube or clothes here, and then compress them into place. But this one also utilizes the compression straps by adding this extra compartment. So you get a little extra space, a little extra real estate to compress down. Let's test it out. Throw my Peak Design packing cube in here, regular. Small air packing cube, air tech kit, TomTalk sling for my day trips, a book for when I read once a month. I used to read so much more. It's hard when you get older. A couple other clothes on top. And this is the beauty of compression straps, is just kind of keeps everything nice, tidy, and it helps give you a little bit of extra space. You can see the compression strap kind of scrunches up depending on, where it's located. But if you want to put something that you want quicker access to here, for me, I think it could be a good spot for like some med stuff, right? I might want quicker access to tissues or my Tylenol in case I get a headache on the flight. Perfect. Hoodie on top. You can see 38 liters. Nice fit in full effect. And still not looking too chubby, still got a really sleek look on that front panel. And if you're watching this review and you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, this backpack is bloody awesome. I didn't know backpacks could be this bloody awesome. Well, I got news for you, hombre. You might have a little something that we call bag fever. And I got it too. It's not just us. There's like thousands of us spread across the planet who are obsessed with backpacks because what the bag world is doing right now is freaking crazy. There's so many amazing, groundbreaking products with all these awesome features and styles. And if that interests you, you might be excited to find out that we don't just do reviews here on Nomad Nation, but we also have a newsletter. And in that newsletter, it's kind of like our insider guide of breaking news of what's happening in the carry community. I'm talking limited edition drops, brand collabs, new releases, and everything in between. So if you want want to stay up to date with what's happening in the carry community, be sure to look for this globe emoji in the description below. There you can sign up for the Nomads Nation newsletter, and I hope to see you in your inbox. I imagine most of y'all here are like, damn, this is a killer travel backpack. And I agree it is. But I think the more controversial stuff is gonna be in the next section. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about the back of the Minimul M38 travel pack. Let's start with something non-controversial though, which is this absolute joy to use, this magnetic handle. This has actually been a big conversation between Sung, the Bag Me team, and myself, because everyone just loves it so much. Just fun to play with, fun to fidget with. And why has nobody thought of this before? Like, I've seen tote handles that like magnetically connect to each other, but this one cleanly stowing against the back handle, oh God, it's just lovely. And it is a feature that is unique to Minimal, as it is patent pending. And the handle itself, plenty of space. Some people like a center handle for their travel backpack. Sometimes these side handles cause the bag to go on a bit of an angle when you're carrying it, but that's never bothered me. In fact, I kind of even like it there better. Like, yeah, it's gonna go against, like brush against my body a little bit, but I don't know, something about that versus like that. Yeah, this works for me. But the next feature won't be up everyone's alley. That's the tech compartment. Protected by chunky YKK PU coated zippers. 2 of them, which are lockable as well, which is basically the equivalent of your portable travel office. There's so many pockets. All right, I'm gonna count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then on the flip side, 20, 21. That is crazy. But that's the entire concept of this bag, right? It's meant to be the ultimate work travel backpack. So this is where everything that you travel and work with goes. So I got a bunch of tech stuff. Let's pack it out and see how it works. One thing that I do like is like a lot of us are remote workers and like I'm like a digital nomad. I'm on the road for 8 months out of the year and I'm usually bringing a keyboard. So we haven't included keyboard compartment. Now I got a big old Logitech here and that's not gonna fit. But the good news is that if you use like a smaller portable Logitech, meant to be. AirPods, got the Logitech MX3, it's a beefy mouse, definitely meant to go there. Got a portable power bank, we can throw that up front, nice. Got some charging wires, maybe do one of those. Adapter, that through here. And you can see, you know, what we got going on here, right? Throw a backup mouse, because why not? But I think for some, this might end up being too prescriptive. Now here's the deal. I think that for this entire area, it's either gonna be your dream or your worst nightmare. It's either going to suit your tech setup or it's just gonna be too prescriptive for you. But I like what Minimal has done. They said, hey, this is our target audience. They carry a lot of tech stuff. They want the portable office. Put a charger right here. So a lot of the things are things that digital nomads like you and I travel with already, right? Keyboard, mouse, charger. And then if you don't end up using the other pockets, yeah, so be it. But then for the holy grail of the tech compartments, we have the laptop compartments. Or laptop and tablet, yes. Now one cool side note about the laptop compartment is it uses a silicone leather lining, which if that sounds familiar to you, it's because we use the same silicone leather lining on the Fyro backpack. I like to look at Bag Me as like Dr. Dre, and like Minimal and Fyro are like Tupac and Snoop Dogg. I'm more of a Pac guy myself. This makes it the Snoop Dogg of backpacks. Dr. Dre's just like got the beats, you know? Now a silicone leather line like this is great because it just looks and feels so premium. And it's lined on both sides. 14-inch MacBook Pro, perfect. Real fast, let's take a quick feel. And check this out right here. This is the bottom, right? So you've got a lot of space. This is a great false bottom. You're looking about like right here on the bag. So if you do end up dropping your bag, your laptop is gonna be safe as I got a 3D print of a 16-inch MacBook Pro, also fits. And I got a 3D printout of a Dell XPS 17-incher. OMFG. That's crazy. It can fit up to a 17-inch laptop. Granted, I would double check with Minimal to find their exact specifications because different laptops come in different thicknesses, especially the 17-inchers. This is a very thin 17-inch laptop. But overall, it's a very versatile laptop compartment. That silicone lining is just, I love it. A little biased, obviously, but. And I got a 12.9-inch iPad prop, which also fits perfectly. Velcro, secure everything, but will it close? Oh, wow. I wondered if it was gonna close. This bag is packed the heck out, so a little finagling, but that's why they put these number 10 YKK zippers on it, because they're beefy and they're powerful, and boom. That's a backpack right there. But a travel backpack is only so good as it is comfortable. Let's check out the harness system. Like I said, I suspect will be pretty controversial. It's bold, it's very noticeable, and I quite like it. We're basically using the saffron lining underneath, and then a very meshy mesh, so you can see the saffron through the mesh. We got a luggage pass-through holder that allows you to carry your bag sideways instead of vertical. Wow, this thing's heavy. These shoulder straps are really chunky. I could use maybe a bit more padding on the bottom, but we'll see what it fits and feels like in just a minute. Sternum strap, must have, helps redistribute the weight from your lower back to your torso. No load lifters though, unfortunately. I usually like load lifters on a bag this size. You can kind of do one of those. Yet again, helps with the comfort. Back to the sternum strap though, it is adjustable. You can slide it on down to wherever you want, and it's magnetic. Bottom of the shoulder straps, we have a plastic dangle stopper, AKA web holder, AKA thank you Minimal for your service. Bring in Mini Aaron. There he is. He's very passionate. He's very passionate about stopping the dangle. And one thing to know about the hip belt is it's not included, and it's actually gonna be different. My design is an earlier sample, which had these clips, but now it's gonna be a traditional pass-through design, which will pass behind the back panel, so it can slide through and stay on your waist more securely. Oh, and one final feature I almost forgot about is right here, we've got like pockets where you can stow things. I personally don't think I'd ever put anything in those pockets. It only goes right down to here. I guess in theory you could put your passport there. I don't know. The lack of sort of security of that pocket and just me being forgetful, it's just that's a recipe for disaster for me. But it could be a key location to put something that you want to access when it's in the overhead bin, right? It's over top, grab right there. I could see it working. All right, it's time to test the comfort. Oh my God, that is so nice. All right, first thing, I missed the load lifters right away. I will say that. I just like the backpack to always feel like it's here. Now, if you don't like your bag tighter, you're gonna be like, shut up, Aaron, just shut up. But that aside, the padding is really nice because this mesh has a lot of like girth to it in itself. Like it's got some chunk to it. So there's almost 2 layers. The first layer that lays on you is the mesh, and then you get the actual padding from the shoulder straps, and it just feels good, and it feels really nice on the back as well. Add a sternum strap into a mix. Yeah, you throw a hip belt on there, and I can confidently say it's gonna be like one of the comfier travel packs that I've reviewed. Load lifters, would've been so nice, but it's okay, can't get everything in life. Let's talk about the overall pros and the cons of the Minimal M38 travel backpack. Pro number 1, super clean look, even when packed out. Pro number 2 has got to be the impressive comfort of the harness system. Pro number 3 is just the awesomeness of this magnetic handle. It's a little thing, but it goes a long way. We're gonna do a 4th pro, which I rarely do, but it's the fact that this front pocket has a designated pocket for my over-the-head headphones, which I love. But no bag is perfect. The Minimal M38 included. Here's my cons. Con number 1 is the tech compartment might be overly prescriptive for some. Con number 2 is that the compression straps and the hip belt are not included. And con number 3, while I like the look of the harness system, I know this is gonna be really controversial and not everyone's gonna dig it. Let me know in the comments below. For, against, I like it. And if you like it too, and not just that, but the whole freaking bag, and you're gonna make a purchase, just a reminder that we do ask that you do so with the first link in the description below. Thank you very much. But let's say you're not quite sold on the Minimal M38. You wanna hear what other travel pack suggestions I got? Let's bring it back over to the bag rack. And I'll tell you what I got. Why do I keep doing that snappy thing? Let's go over there. All right, alternative suggestion numero 1 and alternative suggestion numero 2. We got the Minaal Carry On 3.0 and the Tortuga Travel Backpack Lite. The Minaal Carry On 3.0 is a great option for you if you love that whole like digital nomad travel backpack lifestyle, but you didn't need all quite that organization that the Minimal had. This is a bit more minimalist, but still gives you like your traveling office. And the Tortuga Travel Backpack Lite is a great option if you want the included load lifters and an included hip belt, which is not on it right now, but I promise you it exists. To learn more about either of these bags, just watch these reviews right here. If you got any questions about any bags, let me know in the comments below. I'm Aaron, this is Nomad's Nation, and we'll catch you next time.